Yes, I'm aware that usually happens. We're live on Twitch. Are we public on YouTube? Oh yeah, we are.
Okay, YouTube doesn't seem to know that we're going to start though.
It's sending data to YouTube. Give it a moment.
Okay, it
There
usually
we go.
has
You're
a...
live on YouTube.
Okay, very good. Hello Twitch, hello YouTube. Right, what was I doing? How's my energy? Let's give me... Go get myself a bolt of energy. While I'm here. No camera overlay. I should have it back now. Mia switches his screen off while we're just fiddling around.
So it went downhill so fast because Mia started going there. How's this going downhill? This is like...
Actually, it went into new ownership.
It did?
Yeah. I mean...
After it got broken into or before?
Sometime before it went downhill. It went into...
Oh, you mean the restaurant went downhill?
Yeah.
Well, you know, they tried to improve at one point.
They were really good at one point.
Yes, at the point where I didn't even know them.
Probably. So when they opened up, they were an Asian fusion restaurant. So you could have... They had like 5 different types of rice and 3 different types of noodles and about 50 different recipes from around the world. And I used to love trying all the different recipes. And they opened up a chain of restaurants. Like I think they opened up another 5 restaurants. And the owner, who was a Vietnamese woman, won like Businesswoman of the Year and stuff like that. She was doing really well. And then she sold the chain. The new owners...
apparently employed prisoners.
Yeah, but that's not illegal.
Yeah, but you seem to always scoff at that.
No. I mentioned it to you once. I said, do you know that's a prison tattoo he's got?
It didn't look like a prison tattoo to me. It looked like he makes bloody damn good noodles tattoos to me, and I don't care about anything else he does.
There is quite an industry in Manchester, actually. It's how... There's a whole thing about training prisoners to work in the restaurant industry. So I'm not surprised. And I think it's a great thing. Inventory full. Terry said, that break was nicely timed. I needed a pee. And I opened a bottle of wine on the way back. Very good. Yeah, the start of their downfall was when they were hit with 2 big financial issues. One was they were fined because they were employing illegal immigrants, which in the UK is a much, much bigger deal than in the US. It's like in the UK, if you employ illegal immigrants, the fines are massive. Inventory full.
Sorry.
And then they got done by the taxman for not paying their taxes. But before that, they got a really, really bad rating from the food safety people. Well, not a bad rating. What we have in the UK is a hygiene rating, which goes from 0 stars, which means that you meet the basic legal requirements, up to 5 stars, which probably means that you're a coffee shop and you don't do any cooking on site, so you're able to hit the maximum. And yeah, they hit 0.
I didn't care. I still love their noodles.
But yeah, it didn't do their business any favors to be reported as having a 0 rating. And then the local newspaper did an expose on them about the rodents that have been found there.
They have rodents?
Yeah.
I didn't care.
That's why I sort of make jokes about them. But I didn't care about their 0 hygiene rating when they had a really good menu. Cheese says, I would say it's a big deal in the US with the current POTUS. Is that how you pronounce it? Do you know, that's an acronym that I have read lots, but I've never actually heard it pronounced. Is it POTUS or POTUS?
Fuel critical.
If you say Potters, it sounds like he's just barely
Potters.
potty trained.
Cheese says, we have health checks here too. When you see the nice green cert on the wall by the door, all is good, or at least good enough. Haha. There's yellow too, and red means you're closed. Yeah, that's kind of rat on a stick. Yeah. Yeah. Here, it's a similar sort of thing. The health, like the hygiene inspection, if you don't meet the basic standards, depending on what it is, they'll either stop you trading immediately or they'll give you a bit of time to sort it out, depending on how serious it is. But yeah, and that place had that issue, so there was no indication that the food was all kept safely away from the rodents, but they still had a problem with rodents. It just wasn't in any of the food preparation areas. So they were never closed down for hygiene problems. It's just that they never had good hygiene. They never got a clean bill of health.
Inventory full.
I'm going to get lost in this mine. Tammy says the health inspections are published in our local newspapers. They're not published as standard in ours. It's just when the newspapers fancy doing a thing. Oh, there's an enhanced hand drill in the cargo container. I like
that was mine. I've moved on to other things. Greener pastures, as some might say.
Okay. Have you put welders and grinders in? Well, I don't want to.
I'm using the welder myself at the moment. I'd never had an advanced grinder.
Where are the rats healthy? Probably they were living in a city centre where they get a really nice diet. Okay, what shall I start welding, Mia?
I think at the moment mining is still the top priority.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let's switch to me, where I'm actually doing stuff.
Yeah, because watching me mine is a little bit noisy, apart from anything else.
Well, mine's not really a lot better either. Did people agree to, messing with review scores yet, by the way?
Review scores?
For my Japanese noodle place?
Energy.
Oh.
Is that a no? You people heard me.
Character tools. I want this one on there. what did I manage to... Where's the way out now?
Do we need to set up signs? Up there and then to the right.
Oh, can't. Right, where did all those rocks go that I've just mined? Did they all fall down the hole? Oh yeah, there they are. So what you doing, me? You're gonna have to think out loud because you're the one who.
Oh yeah,
we're
right.
looking at.
Sorry. I'm currently welding up more solar panels so we can get those 2 batteries filled quicker. Because at the moment we've just reached a power impasse, and that needs to be fixed. Also, not sure how to treat the front over here. Ah, no, no! The front treated me poorly.
I'd suggest putting a wall on it.
No, I don't want a wall.
Sal, if you mind too much, do you get cave-ins? I don't believe so. Bernie says, by the way, do you guys need a broadcasting license? A German streamer apparently got shut down recently because he doesn't have one. No, we don't need broadcasting licenses. You need a broadcasting
TV license.
You need a broadcasting license if you are broadcasting copyright material like music. Or if you are playing a radio station. So like if we tuned into our local radio station and put speakers out the window and broadcast it down the street, we would need a broadcasting license to do that.
So what was that furry comment?
What?
The comment you made earlier about...
Sorry, me, you're so high-pitched I can't understand you.
The comment you made earlier about Manchester being a haven for furries?
Yeah?
Where's this suddenly come from?
Where did that question suddenly come from?
It's stuck in my mind because it's concerning to me. It's like that story you told me of your boss. Did we tell that on stream recently?
Which one?
Oh, I don't think we told that on stream. We told that story in the office. You know the app your boss was using?
The which?
Your boss. The app. The gay one.
The grinder app. Yeah,
Yes.
I told that on stream, didn't I?
That was on stream.
I think
thought
so.
That was on the office.
Where
it was
he
very
was
concerning.
He was looking at the grinder app and he was looking around to see which was the gay person within 100 meters of him. Quite excitedly, I might say. The German streamer was shut down because his streams were deemed to be essentially like a radio station. Our chief says, but what do they consider copyrighted stuff? Everything is copyrighted to some extent. It's not like the games and music within them is free for all. And Tammy says, is it bad that I now want to put my speaker out the window and blast music for my neighbours to hear? So it's like...
I had a very brief, weird moment in my life where I was broadcasting safety announcements out of the window to annoy my neighbours.
Why am I not surprised?
I take offence to your non-surprise.
Yeah, we did have a phase where we owned some public spaces. Not me and Mia, this is the organisation we work for. And we were suffering with like school kids hanging around and like, you know, a bit of antisocial behaviour and stuff. And so we got a broadcasting licence so that we could play opera music, because we discovered that if you play opera music, the kids all bugger off. And it worked a treat. We had no more problems with antisocial behaviour at those locations anymore. Cheese says, I've heard that with classical music. Yeah, it works. It works a treat. Cheese says, wouldn't bother you. No, it wouldn't bother me either. Wouldn't bother Tammy either.
Yeah, but then you would have risked attracting the weird teenagers who like that sort of stuff, or the elderly. And do you really want to risk that?
Wasn't that one of those? Oh yeah, unknown signal 2 kilometers over there. Do I go run over to it and see what I can get?
If you want to.
Let's see, it's daylight, so... And I think it's a bit closer because it's only 1.5 kilometers this time. Oh, that's you. They do electronic mosquitoes, I think, that plays high-frequency sounds to scare off kids. Adults can't hear those frequencies. Ooh. Bernie says, I don't know, I always loved Ride of the Valkyries. If you played that, I'd have stayed just to hear it. Indeed, I really like, what's it called? Dance of the Sabres? Sabertooth Dance? Saber Dance? Forget the exact title, but I love that bit of class. My favourite bit of classical music. Cheese says, many adults can and it's annoying. Yeah, it depends on who they've tested it on. If they've tested it on middle-aged white males, then there's a good chance that they'll the rest of the population will hear something slightly different. Only pick up, well, not so much. Yeah. Saber Dance by the guy who I can't pronounce. Kachachurian? Actually, it's not so much... The problem with testing is not so much the middle-age bit, but there is a tendency to test things on Caucasian males and to use the same test group over and over. In all kinds of things, like when they do testing of new medicines and stuff, it tends to be just tested on white men. When really a much wider base would be good. But women tend to hear a higher frequency than guys. Adult males have selective deafness brought on by marriage. I shall have you know that he who shall not be named is actually deaf in the female range. I thought he was having me on until eventually I said, why don't you go... What eventually proved it was in the last apartment, before Mia moved in, the freezer broke. And the freezer was... a little alarm went off to say that it was no longer freezing. And I walked in from work and he'd been in before me, and this alarm's going off like really, really loud, high-pitched beeping noise, and he couldn't hear it. And for me, it was like driving bullets into my brain. And he was actually deaf in the female range. He was... he's deaf in a certain pitch. It's in the higher frequency pitches. Is pitch the right word? But Yeah. So, which it's been diagnosed, it's been brought on by, how do they describe it? Basically by loud noises in his past, which might have been being around farm equipment, or might have been listening to loud music on headphones. But whichever it is, he's not so bad with me because my voice isn't particularly high pitched, but sometimes he can't hear Mia. So when Mia does his high pitched thing, I'm the only one who can hear.
It's a feature.
It's a feature, not a bug. Is that a blowy up one, Mia?
No.
Okay. Right, where's
Don't
the
forget
button?
to press the button.
Where is the button?
It's very obvious.
Is that the button?
No, it's not. That's a cargo container. It's a normal button.
I've never seen a button in Space Engineers. Is that the button?
No, that's a lamp. I think it might have landed on the button. You need to ram into it from the other side to make it turn over. There you go. There's the button. At the top there.
It won't turn over, me. Oh, it still landed on its button.
There you go. Crouch now. Crouch. Oh no, that doesn't work. Never mind. Sorry.
Maybe if I hit it from this side. It keeps landing on its button. Oh, here we go. I think I got it now. Press K to...
No, F. F. Okay, and then press F again.
I got a rainbow drill.
Hip hip hooray.
Whatever that is.
The rainbow coloured drill.
Is it a special drill?
Yeah.
I mean, does it give me special things?
Yes.
Like a high quality drill or something?
No, it gives you a rainbow colour flare.
Is it just cosmetic?
I don't know.
Sal, you've seen plenty of buttons in Space Engineers. There is video evidence. I don't remember seeing buttons before.
The space gazebo was operated with buttons.
I don't remember it being operated.
All the blast doors are opened by a button control panel.
Oh, I do remember. Oh, look, there's a fancy drill in there. Just the
now you
enhanced
have
drill.
one too.
Yeah. Okay, you can go back to you now, Mia, because I'm just going to walk back over the hill. Whichever way was home, that's Cobalt, that's home. Sal, I love you, but you have the memory of half a goldfish.
Half a goldfish?
Half a goldfish.
That's really harsh.
Like a chicken eye blinking, it's a whole new world. To quote Generic B. Oh, like a kitten in a field of butterflies. I'm easily distracted. I think my problem is I play so many games that I forget all the things.
Yeah, blame it on the games.
Blame it on the variety. Well, I've made a bit of a specialism out of becoming an instant specialist in my career, that is. So to make room for new knowledge, I just let the old knowledge fall out of my ears. And unfortunately that like goes for pretty much any topic. Half a goldfish. The back end of a goldfish, says Terry. I have the memory of a back half of a goldfish. I think you're easily distracted like a squirrel, says Tammy. I am easily distracted. It's like, show me a shiny thing and I'm off. Yeah, I told you my latest shiny thing, the thing that's been attracting my attention, which I've been resisting. To be fair, I've been resisting. Is Satisfactory.
Oh, don't bring it up, please.
But Mia won't
hurts.
play it because it's exclusive to Epic. Whereas my...
It's not very epic in my opinion.
Terry said, I'm glad she said he is. Babom, hello, Babom, who says, more space Minecraft? Indeed. Indeedy. Except in Minecraft, they don't destroy your ship when you log off
When you're
and
not
leave it
looking.
unpowered. We have no little ship. It's disappeared. Probably removed by the trash disposal, which Mia set up.
I didn't set it up. It's part of the server. It's a standard thing.
Who set up the server?
You can't blame me for this. I showed the settings to everyone, and everyone said, yes, this is fine.
Cheese says, I think I've said it before. I don't mind planned releases on Epic, but don't like the bait and switch exclusives. I think I understand their business model. I think it's the only possible way that they could make a success of it, because Steam is the monopoly provider,
Steam.
and getting anybody to move away from Steam, the only thing you can do is to offer exclusives, because nobody would move away from Steam because Steam gives you the convenience. And if I didn't like Steam, or if I thought that there was problems with Steam, or Steam wasn't particularly customer friendly or something, then I'd welcome Epic. I'd welcome some competition in the market. But Epic are competing against a monopoly provider that is satisfying its customer base. So they haven't really got much they can go on. Mia, of course they can blame you. That's what you're there for, says Terry. And Bawom says, because it was lost. Ignore the pile of debris over there. No, it genuinely was. We had it parked. It was half built on the platform when we logged off last, on Monday night. And when we logged on today, it was gone. Just completely gone. No debris, nothing. Cheese says, again, it's not the exclusives that's the problem. It's a release sometimes prepaid on a platform having been stolen over to another platform. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. So, Mia just doesn't want to sign up to another platform, which I can understand. I like the convenience of everything being through Steam, but at the same time, I don't go to Steam for Minecraft. I don't go to Steam for Dwarf Fortress. I will go to another platform for a game that I want to play. Epic is far better for indie developers as they charge lower amounts. Also, they buy land to donate to national parks.
That doesn't help me.
Oops. Yeah, they said they've got to do something. They need to have... They can't compete on customer service. And just offering good terms for developers, unless they ask for an exclusivity, isn't going to attract the customers. They need to have a wide enough customer base to be able to attract the developers in the first place. The mom says, I'll always stay true to Valve just for Portal. I'll never get rid of Valve, but I've never been one for product loyalty, I suppose, is a good way of putting it, or platform loyalty or something. Cheese says they also snoop at data from physical Steam files that they shouldn't be poking at. That's just not cool. Yeah, that can get them into a lot of trouble. If it's true, they can't do it in Europe. Otherwise, they would be in a lot of trouble. Or at least if they're doing it through the customers.
Inventory full.
And let's not forget that the Epic Store is not their main project. Just look, after all, look how successful their engine is. And yeah, look at Steam installations of computers they're installed on. Is that not illegal in the US? That would be illegal in the UK. It'd be illegal in Europe, but they might have different restrictions for European customers. Which way out? GameDebate.com news. Epic Games launcher is farming Steam user data friends list and play games. Oh, Mir, where's the cargo? Where's the
sorry.
drop off?
If you want, you can weld that. It's the assembler. I just turned it around a bit.
I've got an inventory full of raw stone.
All right, just I'm
That's okay.
about to. Just give me a moment.
I'll drop it in the refinery up here. Steam is working wonders for Linux gamers. Yeah. I think I'll take away this lump here. I think what we might see is, with any luck, is that because Steam has some credible competition, they might up their game a bit. So there's a couple of things that Epic have brought out that I think are good. One being that they do better by developers. So yeah, they give the developers a bigger proportion. Mir, you're dying, says Bernie.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
What does he think you're dying of?
Low energy.
You'll be okay in the daytime, but you would start dying at night. But your tools will stop working unless you charge.
I'm fine. Also, somebody ran in here and complained about there being no assemblers, so I had to do
And then I
something about
said,
it.
it's okay, I'll drop it here.
It doesn't stop you from having made a ruckus before.
I didn't make a ruckus, I said, where do I drop
did.
this? I don't believe that asking a question should be considered as causing a ruckus.
Well, I did the ruckus. It was me.
Yeah, the other good thing that Epic do is they allow people, they allow content creators to get a small kickback from anything that they sell. So if you watch an affiliated content creator playing a game and you want to buy the game, you click a link and it takes you through to the Epic Store. If you buy it there, then the content creator gets a cut.
I mean, yeah, I suppose so, but I'm not really happy with that system.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like it.
You don't like Epic?
Yeah, exactly. I would be happy with this system if it worked through Steam.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting what I'm staring at in the production menu because I'm having a conversation.
Yep, that's how it works. So I am not anti-Steam by any means. I
I'm anti-Epic.
I'm not anti-Epic either.
I am.
I think competition is good for the market. And I understand why Steam have got to use exclusives to break into the market. Mia is a ruckus specialist. Bomb says, I've missed Mia's unique form of logic. Is that what you call it? Cheese says, make a bullet list.
Bullet list of what? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Cheese says, there's a lot of money in games, but the main devs don't always get the largest piece of the pie. Often not. It's like asking a kid why innocently and being accused of arguing and such. Did anyone here ever do any software development? I think Terry did. Terry, weren't you a coder? Way out up there. Cheese says, not software to be sold, etc. Terry says, at Babom, only for my employer, nothing game-based. I've done a little bit of coding. Again, not game-based. Just for work purposes, but it was mainly taking an application that was already there and building some additional tools, like using some VBA programming in Excel and things like that. Nothing. I did learn C++ coding back in the day.
Energy low.
Oh, Bernie's linked us to a picture which I can't see. Oh, where's my rainbow drill? How do I get my rainbow drill then?
I think you go to the assembler and briefly make it, or you need to select it in a medbay as a skin. I have no idea.
Yeah, it said medbay.
Oh, it said medbay. We don't have a medbay. You can't select the survival kit.
Okay.
But I guess you're stacked like this.
I know. It wasn't in that much of a... Just thought, since I got it, check it. Vom says, I'm a reasonably competent at Python programming. Oh, really? Are you a scientist, Bob? I can't remember. And have for a while been considering being a hobbyist game developer. Here's Zeron. Hello, Zeron.
Hello, Zeron.
Did I empty my inventory? Yes, I must have.
I have to pat myself on the back.
Oh, please do. It's not often you do that, Mia. You would, but you're too old to reach that
well
far.
Well done, Mia. What? No, that was my back.
Okay.
Oh, that hurts. Why did I do that? Oh. No, I want to say, the view from up here from atop the rover is quite nice.
Oh, good.
I'm sure you like it. You have a thing for these things.
I do have a thing for views. I like a nice view. Especially a view from a height. It's my favourite type of view.
We also got a nice view from the cryopods. That's nice too. I do like the addition.
Are you
of
going to make
cryopods.
me a cryopod, Mia?
Well, you have a cryopod already.
Oh, do I?
Yes, you do.
You made me one already?
Yes, I do. I made two. Symmetry, my dear.
Ah, you didn't tell me you'd made a cryopod
you were
for me.
busy trying to wrangle with a button that in your mind didn't exist.
You haven't used Python for work, but for fun. Used it for finding solutions to maths problems. You see, now that's what I call fun. Solving maths problems for fun is something I can actually appreciate. Zero says, I'm confused, Salcam. Why do you have a second camera?
Oh,
well, the little camera
Cam is Sal at the moment. The
Yeah.
large camera is Mir at the moment. We're both playing the same game.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, I can run towards Sal. Don't run away, you monster. Hello, Sal. And now
Hello.
look. That's it from the other side.
Yeah. So because there's both of us playing, so Mir Cam's the little one in the corner at the moment, and Salcam
There's a
is
small flame.
yeah. But we're on the Mir Cam at the moment because I am largely just drilling.
Does this hurt?
No.
Oh.
Does this hurt?
Oh, that hurts! Ow, stop it! We both need to go to the survival kit now?
Well, I need a bit of energy anyway.
And the sight that there's your cryopod in your dark red colour.
I'm yellow.
Yeah, but you like the red
I like
colour.
the dark red colour for the structural bits of ship.
I can't charge while you're using
Is
the
this
thing.
it? That's cargo container. It
No,
says
no,
so.
besides the survival kit, you...
Oh, is that? I don't know what a cryopod looks like. Ah,
With a view.
nice. And it goes bing when I get inside as well.
Yeah, I know, I like that. It's a very nice sound. Also, if you walk around the corner, you can, stare up at our viewing platform.
Oh, this is nice. I approve.
Thank you. Generally, the horizon looks really nice. I should probably switch to you while you're looking at the view.
Yeah.
What was I picking up?
You see, if we could drive up towards the mountains up there, then we could pick up some ice.
I mean, it can drive, but I'm not sure if it can drive up a mountain.
Let's see. Terry says Mia has changed to pink.
What? No, it's purple.
It's purple. It might just be the way OBS is showing it. Babom says, so where is Facecam?
Well, if we get
Coming
another camera perspective
2099.
in here, you won't see anything of the main screen anymore.
Can space engineers handle dreadnought class ships now? I doubt it. It can barely handle us. And Babom says the question... Meh. The question is whether the ships can handle space engineer physics. Indeed.
Oh, we haven't gotten that far yet. Everything we've built is stationary, and the only thing that could move disappeared.
Yeah. So Mia, is getting our rover here ready to roll. Aren't you, Mia?
Yes. Mostly.
So when's it going to be ready to roll? Are we going to...
Theoretically, it could roll already, but preferably I'd like to have all the batteries fully charged, so,
Okay, is that
see you
all
back in about 8 episodes or so.
Is that all we're waiting for? Is just more batteries? More battery
we already
charge.
have batteries on there, 2 now, to be honest, but we're waiting for charge, yes. I could probably add a couple more solar panels, but they're going to be useless in a moment.
Why? Because it's about to be nighttime. Is that correct?
It's going to be nighttime soon, unfortunately.
We've only got 2 batteries on it, haven't we?
We do.
We could probably do it more because I was eating through one little battery. Or are these large batteries? Do
Those
these
are
hold
large
more?
batteries. The reason why you were eating through that thing so quickly was because we kept on charging the ship battery with it.
No, on my little ship, we ate through the little ship battery really quickly.
Yeah. And then you depleted the large battery every now and then because you kept on recharging the little battery.
Yeah.
Which is, a bit of a drain.
Yeah. So these batteries don't hold all that much. At least Sal can be female now. What next? Jiggle physics? Place your bets. When will the rover disappear?
Well, as soon as we disconnect it from the umbilical cord.
Hey Salamir, can you all build the giant Fire Nation drill that tried to drill in the wall of Barsingsa?
And that's clearly SE for Space Engineers.
I thought it might have been, but I wasn't sure.
SE for Space Engineers. Theoretically, we could probably build a large drill.
We should go onto your view, Mia, because that just does around.
But we're currently lacking the resources to do so. It's a wonder we've got this weird rover together. It's called Scarcity, by the way, which should illustrate our current state of resource scarcity.
Yeah.
But maybe later. Also, we don't have giant walls around here that we could drill into.
So, and anyway, we want to get off this planet. Or I want to get off this planet. So we need to use this rover to get us to places where we can collect the resources so that we can then build a ship to get us into space. So that should be, I think, what do you reckon, Mia? I think that should be our next goal, is just to get into space.
Are you sick of the planet already?
Yeah, I'm sick of the planet already.
I thought this was already our first goal.
What, to get off the planet?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, but I was prepared to... Or I didn't know how much of a rush I was going to be into... Why can't I jump over there? It's because I'm too close. Yeah, I am in more of a rush to get off the planet than I realised. So, you're going to fit engines onto the rover to make a space rover. I don't think... Well, I imagine we'll probably abandon this too. Will we, Mia?
Well, no, I was going to just slap on some thrusters instead of the wheel thingies.
Oh, okay.
And then we can take this anywhere, really. In theory, if we catapult it enough, we could even take it into space. I thought you liked evolving designs like this.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure on what... I thought this would be too heavy to lift into space.
Well, this is a fairly lightweight build so far,
Okay.
really.
She says, are you going to be carrying resources to space, or basically just carry yourselves and start from scratch up there? If we can get... We only need one drill.
I mean, theoretically, we could just fly into space with our jetpacks. That's theoretically possible.
No, we banned
but we have a
that,
rule against
didn't
it.
we?
So
Because
preferably
I
we'd
used
like
to do that.
Yeah, so preferably we'd like to take a few resources up there if we're already going to build a bloody rocket.
We don't need to take much.
Well, if we,
Just
well,
the...
I could just build Anubis's setting sun launcher, which I know I can, cobble together within like 30 minutes, really. And we could already be off the planet with that tiny dinky little thing.
Alright, so should we do that next episode?
Oh, that kind of defeats the whole point
What of?
of starting on the planets.
No, not really. I mean, before we leave the planet, we need to go and get hydrogen. We need to supply hydrogen and oxygen. So we're going to have to go and get ice. So we need to take this rover over to get ice. Otherwise, we won't survive in space for more than a few minutes. But once we've got some ice... we would need ion thrusters in space to be able to get around, wouldn't we?
We'd also need lots of energy.
Well, we've got all of our solar panels, which will give us energy some of the time in space.
No, in space it could have, power us all of the time. Because there is no Earth to cause nighttime for us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. The sun just goes round, doesn't it? As long as you don't go the wrong side of an asteroid. So we've got power from the solar panels in space.
Mm-hmm.
But we would need platinum to make thrusters, I'm guessing. Ion thrusters.
I suppose so, yes.
I don't even know if you can get platinum on the planet.
I don't think you can.
Catapult it into space. What could go wrong?
That was my initial plan. I was just going to
Yeah.
attach a very long stick to it and a rotor and then lift myself up into space.
Babom says it is 10:04.
It
But
sure
we've
is.
only been going for 50 minutes in this episode, so we've got a few more minutes to go before we'll call it an hour on this session. Just
This
mind
sounds like you're trying to say, but, we could go for another hour, everybody.
Really?
Well,
Are you up for that, Mia?
It sounded like you're trying to say that.
No, I was looking at it and saying, well, we've only done 50 minutes, so I don't mind if we extend that to an hour.
Yeah, I don't mind that either.
Yeah. Just mind the entire planet with the rover, so you don't have to catapult to get into space.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I'm just, same with, definitely on the planet, actually. I'm just a little bit cautious about attaching a drill to our one and only vehicle on a planet, because it's a bit more explodey on a planet than it is in space. Because we've got gravity and stuff. Hydrogen thrust works in both, but super inefficient in the atmosphere. And we know that hydrogen thrusters eat through hydrogen.
So, somebody tell me, what did I do wrong with the wheels?
I think Bernie said that the thick part of the suspension goes on top.
Yeah, I got that, but point in case being the wheels don't turn when I'm pressing forward, even though it's using up energy. So what went wrong? Somebody more experienced than me, please tell me.
Full.
I'm fixing the wheels now.
Okay. Oh, so that's the rotor to turn the wheels. You put most of them on rotors for a start. How do you drive the... how do you make the wheels... Hang on, let me get this right. So, if you don't use rotors, how do you... What's the drivetrain for the wheels? Because, other than sticking wheels on it and then sticking thrusters out the back, can you not use rotors to turn the wheels?
I thought so, but then people told me, no, that doesn't work with normal rotors. It need to use suspended car thingies. So I think that's what I'm going for right now. Take the wheels off and then put the other ones on.
Mia, you actually need to capture slaves and put them inside the wheels. Or hamsters!
What?
Do we need a lot of hamsters?
There are no hamsters. We turned all animals off except for spiders. And we're not going to
I must
import
admit that
spiders
does
for
look
this.
upside down from, but I don't know how it's modelled in Space Engineers. In a car, you would have this bit would be on top.
That's probably
Your
how
trailing
it's
arm would be on
supposed
the
to
bottom.
be, so let me fix it in a moment.
Yeah.
Oops, that's too many Ys. And it's going dark.
It is. Babom, is it past your bedtime? Oh, Babom's our timekeeper. Quick, Sal, cut the cord.
Oh yeah, that would be really funny, everybody. We'll all be having a grand old laugh.
You don't realise how big the suspension is until you see someone stood next to them. And just think you've got that in your pocket.
Yeah, I do.
Email Elon Musk to get hints on how to make wheels work on electric vehicles. Hey, Elon, I'm playing Space Engineers. The power goes through the chassis of the vehicle. How do I get the wheels to turn?
On the same merit, I should phone up Bill Gates and talk with him about
Right, the windows.
My windows. Whoa, what did I just remove?
What, did you just lose something?
I'm not sure. I think I did.
I don't think so. There's nothing...
I see what I lost.
Okay, was it a bit of structure?
Kinda.
Okay.
There, I lost one of these fellas. For those of you paying attention on stream.
Ah.
I need a couple more steel plates. Anyway, is it time for us to cycle?
Are we actually coming back for another hour, Mir?
I wouldn't mind if
Woohoo!
you don't mind.
I don't mind. Okay, people. If you want to watch another hour of Space Engineers, give us a couple of minutes. And
also give us a name for the next episode. This one was called Suffering, and I feel like this name is adequate.
next one should be called Space Whale.
Space Whale.
Yeah, like that. Space Whale.
Well, we haven't turned it into Space Whale yet, but
It's
then again,
looking like a space whale.
all the yeah, I mean, I guess so. All the names of the episodes have been off so far. So what's the harm?
All right, people. We shall be back in just a minute.